All right, this is for my intro to business crew. This is going down to our final project on investing, and it's really a culmination of kind of what we learned in the unit of investing, and we try to get it through as much as we can all year, all semester. And now we're kind of at the end. And what we're going to do is kind of put it all together. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to play two roles. The first role is you're going to be 23-year-old working professional. You're looking for future financial guidance, given information that you're going to provide regarding your current status and your future goals. So I want to make sure, because there's sometimes confusion on this project. There's two roles. The first role, you're 23-year-old working professional, and you're looking to invest. And along with that, you're going to have to ask for some professional advice. So you're going to either have a partner or a make-believe partner. And that partner is going to, and you are going to play both roles. You're then going to play a role of a financial advisor. So you're first a 23-year-old working professional seeking advice, and now you're playing the role of a financial advisor. What you're going to do is ultimately hand in your role one as a 23-year-old and your role two as a financial advisor with your partner's information. So the first thing is what we're looking to do is look at role one first. And this is really step by step. What you're going to do is you're going to go on and you're going to find a career that based on your choices on this interest profiler on ONET, which is an interest career profile. When you click on it, it's going to ask you if things like, do you like to work with other people? Do you like to work with your hands? Are you artistic? And you're going to either strongly agree, disagree. And then it's going to spit out some careers for you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that career and you're going to have a job, and you're going to have a salary, annual salary. You're going to break it down to a monthly salary, where you have your gross pay, and then you have your deductions, and then you'll have your net pay, and you're going to do a little budget. And if you click on this, you can see that that you'll fill out this budget, and a lot of it's given to you. Some of it's given to you, and some of it's actually on the lower end now, like with car insurance and medical insurance for sure. But you're going to go through and fill out your monthly budget. That's part of what you're going to give to your advisor who's playing the other role. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up with a spending plan. You're going to go through. You're going to go through your risk level, and you're going to see on Google Classroom on this assignment. You're going to see a time horizon. And what I want you to answer these questions honestly on what you think, where you'll be, and who you are at this moment, or what you feel you'll be at 23. And what this is, I know it's old, but this is very good. This is called the risk reward time horizon. And what is it? What it is it measures how long you have to invest. So when do you need to take out your money? Is it within a year? Is it, so the time horizons, how long do you have? Like for me, I'm 50 years old. So I have a less of a time horizon that I have to pull my money. You have a very distant, large time horizon. So you're going to answer some questions, and then you want to know your risk level. Based on your risk level and your time horizon, that's where your financial advisor could really make some decisions. What are your goals? And where are you? And what are your thoughts in terms of a risk level? So you're gonna determine that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to kind of summarize everything and summarize where you see yourself when you're like my age. Do you see yourself with a family? Do you see yourself with kids? Do you see yourself with having two homes? Do you see yourself living in the New England or out of the country? Where do you see yourself? So you're going to give your picture of role one, who you are, what I want, and you're going to give it to your partner who's playing role two as the financial advisor. Then your partner is going to give you their time horizon and their goals. And then we're going to jump into rule two. Rule two is you're going to kind of do a little interview with your client and talk about what they want. And then you're going to create a portfolio, a diversified portfolio. And we've talked about exchange traded funds. We've talked about mutual funds. We've talked about stocks. We've talked about the S&P 500. We've talked about the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We've talked about blue chip stocks, dividends. We've talked briefly about some commodities. We talked, which are gold, the futures market, silver, iron. There's stocks, bonds, there's mutual funds, there's CDs. There's a lot of different options. We remember we did the sectors and industries, pulling in from tourism and travel to healthcare to retail. We want to diversify. We never want to put our eggs in one basket. So what you're doing is you're going to create a diversified portfolio for your client or your partner based on their needs. So at the end, what you're going to hand in is your role one, where you went on ONET, you came up with a budget, you came up with a time horizon and your risk level, and you handed that over to your partner. And then your partner's going to say, oh, look at this information, and come up with what they feel a diversified portfolio would look like for you based on your needs and be able to justify it. So that is just in the event I'm not in class that I have an explanation to kind of what this is. So if best of luck, have fun with this project. I want you to really, and I'll be there with any questions you have, but I want you to kind of look at what are the options out there and how powerful is some of this piece on investing here. So that's it. That's my spiel. Best of luck, folks.